Money isn't everything, it's the only thing. And everyone has a price for the $1 Million Man.
The $1 Million Man was to professional wrestling what Ebenezer Scrooge is to Christmas.
Everybody's got a price for the $1 Million Man.
He was like a rich bully. You know, he bullied everybody with his money. His motto was everybody's got a price. So the $1 Million Man thought he could buy anybody or anything. That was the essence of the character. About as evil as you can get.
Let me tell you something, folks. Everybody's got a price for Ted DiBiase.
I don't think that character would have worked with anybody else playing it other than Ted DiBiase. I think he just played it to a T. He had the look, he had the voice, the laugh.
Everybody's got a price for the $1 Million Man.
He was the best. My grandmother hated his guts. I mean, we were a working class family. Like, everybody in my family worked 2 jobs, playing the rich guy and just being demeaning. It struck a chord with people, I think.
Ultimately, I always get what I want, and I always get my way, and eventually I'll have it all.
I told him, I said, you were always great. He did everything how you're supposed to do it. He should have been Mr. Perfect because he did it perfect.
Welcome to WrestleMania 4!
I remember WrestleMania with Ted. We were on an even field, man, so we just went in there and had a real good time and really entertained the people. And those are magic moments, man. You know, you don't see it anymore.
You know, he epitomized what the $1 Million Man was and should have been, and that's why it worked.
You loved fame. You used to go out and party all the time. You know, your door was a revolving door, and you cared more about that than you did Mom and us.
When I started making the movie The Price of Fame, I initially thought I wanted to find out where all my childhood heroes were. The thing about it is like where all the other wrestlers could be Hulk Hogan and Macho Man, you know, when they were off camera, they didn't have to continue being Hulk Hogan and Macho Man. And because of his character, the $1 Million Man, he had to actually, you know, pay for things and be the $1 Million Man 24/7.
I think Ted's initial catchphrase, everybody has a price, you know, opens up an interesting box.
The price of fame, I don't really know why anybody would want fame.
I've talked to a lot of guys that he rode with. They all saw his life and the adultery and everything that he was doing on the road, and that was the beginning of the downfall of Ted DiBiase, or the $1 Million Man, but it was also the start of the rise and the redemption of who he would become.
Today I'm Ted DiBiase, not the wrestler, but now a minister. I travel all over the United States, basically in evangelism, speaking at churches, speaking in prisons, speaking in rehab centers, and wherever I can, basically sharing my story of redemption and the turnaround of my life. That's why, you know, this film was titled The Price of Fame. Now, I want to be careful to say that the price of fame is whatever you make it. We all make individual decisions, but it's like a lot of the things that come along with being famous. You gotta build accountability into your life, or it's very easy for him to take you down.
I think one of the biggest takeaways I would like for people to have watching the movie is that you can really change your life in a flash, you know, and that sometimes forgiveness can benefit not only the person but yourself as well.
The really important things in life, and I found out the hard way, because I found all those things at the end of the day to be empty, because if I don't have a wife and a family who loves and respects me, if I don't have their respect, and if I'm not living my life in such a way that I'm being open and honest with them, then what do I really have? I've been traveling and speaking in churches and all these other places for 17 years now, and I'm still going. I tell people, they say, well, when are you going to retire? And I said, I've never found the word retirement in the Bible. So I'm going to keep going until I'm not here.